Hi, I'm Matt Masters, head pro at Topgolf Watford. I'm just in the middle of a lesson at the moment with Andy. I've just noticed something about his game that I think we can really help him with. So let's see if we can get this done right now and improve his ball flight. He's got a little bit of a fade going on, turning into a slice, generally missing the green too often to the right. So let's see what we can do. Just play a shot for that brown flag, Andy. Yeah, nice strike. Right, Andy, I'm just going to give you a bit of a demonstration of what's going on here. If you just come and stand here for a moment.
Yep.
Okay, so taking that brown flag in the distance as the direction, you're just a little bit close to it in your stance, so you're aiming your feet probably at the flag, and what that's then causing is that when you get to the top of the backswing, the first move for you on the downswing is what we call the over the top move. Can you see what's happening here? So that club is now on what we call an out to in path to the ball. So you've got an out to in path with an open club face. So on its day it's going to work because the ball will start left and it will come back to the flag, but you're missing out on some distance and some accuracy. It would be nice if we could get a more neutral flight out of you by making a little bit of an adjustment to your setup, and then we've just got to do anything we can to square that club face for impact rather than that club face coming through on a slightly kind of cutty path, out to in, open club face. Let's see if we can get that club coming down and you striking the ball with a squarer club face and then a bit of a release through. So, shouldn't take long. Let's have a go.
How do I do that?
Right, well I'm going to help you right now. If you set up to the ball, right, I'm just going to guide you. Give the feeling of this backswing up to the top. Now you generally go a bit further than this, so I'm giving you a short backswing because when you come to the ball you're probably going to go further, but it'd be nice if you were to do less backswing anyway.
Yeah.
Now, in an ideal world, we'd have this wrist in that position. That would be really, really nice. If we got you to here, and then the next move is just going to be that, and that would be fantastic if we got you there, and then down you go and into the ball from here, squaring that club face for impact, sending the club head down the target line, and then you've released through. Now the shaft, where that shaft's pointing at this point, is where the ball's going to be heading.
Yeah.
So that would be really nice. Now, unfortunately in golf, that's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of repetition from you. Let's do that again. So feel what's happening here. Great position. Now what typically happens to you at this point with your old position, which was looking like this, the first move from you was upper body. So you're going to come across the ball. That's what's been happening. Now it'd be really nice if we could start to neutralise that and get you a simpler swing that's going to be more effective. So that's a good first move up to the top. Lovely position. Have a look down at the ball now, and if you could get the butt of the club to touch my hand on the way down, just drop that club down. That's lovely, and then you'd be through. So a nice way to think of what you've got to do compared to where you've come from. This information would fast track you. It'd be to imagine you're passing a rugby ball with spin or playing a top spin table tennis shot. Relative to where you're coming from, that information would work with you. That'd get you there quicker. It's not going to work for everyone. If I had a table tennis bat and a ball and I played this move for you, if I did that, can you imagine what's going to happen to the ball? When it lands the other side of the table, it will spin right from where we're looking. So what you need to encourage is a bit more of this action to get that ball flight less fadey and hopefully straighter, but even one day maybe a draw. Well played. Much better, much straighter flight. Now there is a drill we could go through as well. If I take the club for a moment, come and stand over here, we could get you doing a few of these. This would be nice. Now I must stress, this is not for everyone. This is just that Andy has got a fade at the moment. Well, let's be honest, it's a bit of a slice. So we're going to try and work on that. This drill is to promote the feeling of what you would be doing in other sports that might be referred to as a top spin. So the rugby pass, the top spin tennis or table tennis action. That's a good way to help people when you've got someone who's constantly making that move. So a little swing whereby what I'm going to imagine, if there was a wall in front of me, on the backswing I'm going to present my back of my left hand to the wall, strike the ball And on the through swing, you can see the back of my right hand is now at the wall. So let's just watch that. So I'd just call it the back of the left, back of the right. So watch my hands, back of the left, back of the right. And look, even on that little shot, did you see the right to left shape? Just on that little shot. Now, the difficulty is if you're not someone who's going to put a lot of practice in, you could still do this at home, I suppose, but if you came down to a driving range and worked on this move, you would solve the mysteries of that slice very quickly. I'll just give you that, I'll just guide you into those positions. So watch the ball. So back of the left hand, and then we're coming in and through the shot. That's what we call you've released the club head. You've released the club head through, so the club head's now pointing that way, whereas on the backswing, the club head was pointing this way. Just those little swings. Oh, well played. That already had a right to left on it. Yes, you struck the ground first, but the movement was different. As with any changes in golf, you've got to put the hours in, but you don't have to be at a golf course. It'd be great if you could come down to Topgolf regularly and get the practice done, but you could even be standing at home working on releasing that club head. That's what's missing. You're not getting that release. With time, I'd like to think you will be. This summer, drawing some lovely shots into the flag.